instrument of political discord.
March 22nd, 1980. Pink Floyd atop the singles chart with Another Brick in the Wall. Part 2 is dated 1991. The release of the comedy Defending Your Life.
The first true story of what happens after you die.
I'm Brandon Brooks.
You make me think of my little poodle.
And that's Rewind.
Sponsored by Progressive.
Turn your fingers into a microphone and talk back. WGNSradio.com is Rutherford County's online source for what matters to you. WGNSradio.com. The Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and online at WGNSradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
Are we on Brian Barrett?
Yes.
I like it when Brian does that.
Yes, he's...
Get the finger?
Yeah, I get the finger from him. He gives me the finger, but that's good.
Yeah, he does.
So, Brian, Rutherford weather hoodie, what does that mean?
You'll have to check out Rutherford weather online. I'll show it to you during the break.
Is that something you're affiliated with? Or
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Doing it on YouTube and
Yeah, it's pretty
Facebook
neat.
and all that stuff.
3 o'clock in the morning, there's Brian.
No kidding. That's wild. I will check that out. You're just multi-talented, multifaceted human being. I'm impressed.
Don't tell anybody; they won't believe you.
And he's a graphic interior designer. And
Well, he's very graphic.
he is graphic. Well, hey, man,
Yeah.
what's that song?
Where's Mick?
Mick Rooney sent a text, said, can't be there. It's bus inspection and payday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now,
He takes his pay and goes
I
pays
think-
for the bus.
I think even if it wasn't bus inspection, payday would have been enough. Because you remember once before, he couldn't appear because it was payday. Now, I don't get that, but I can't imagine the process being that complex or intricate that it would take, you away from a...
Also, next week's spring break, so I imagine maybe he's, getting together some plans.
Man, why are the spring breaks so different? They've been going on every week for like 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
This will be
it's
4
weird.
maybe.
They're very early.
They are.
Usually we're in April, but yeah.
Because in my mediation practice, I've been bouncing around scheduling them, but no, this lawyer's got his kids have spring break this week. No, this one has them the next week. No, this one has them the next week. I'm going, wow. Seems like there ought to be a universal spring break day. Spring break week.
The beaches wouldn't be able to handle it.
That's
if that were
true.
the case.
That's true. That's true.
They can't handle it anyway.
Well, that's true.
Nor the hotels, and the damage would be enormous too.
Oh, man. Ain't that a mess? What is going on?
So, Avon, it's what's the song? Bring back the good old days or something in there, something like that?
Something like that.
There was a Judd song about the good old
It's
days.
the good old days. This is how we started. Just you and moi.
That's right. Just me and
And
you.
we rocked along quite well, just the two of us.
Yeah.
So we're going to harken back to that, brother. It's good to see you, friend.
Yeah, good to see you, Johnny.
You looking that
You know, I was
beer-
noticing the way that I have to look this way to look like I'm looking at you on the TV screen.
That's true.
It's really odd.
And I do the same thing. Look, I'm looking at you now.
No, you're not looking at me. Now turn the other way. Now you look like you're looking at me.
But I'm looking at the wall.
I know, isn't that weird?
Polar opposites.
So Brian Barrett, not only statesman, great American, inventor, designer, graphic human, incredible historian. So Brian Barrett's going to tell us what happened on March 21st, 1939.
Oh, am I?
Mm-hmm.
19 what?
39.
39.
Avis' birthday.
Oh, that makes sense.
No, that was the day Kate Smith recorded God Bless America.
Yes, Kate Smith.
Now, she had released it the year earlier on her radio show. The first time it was ever heard, and even though Irving Berlin wrote it back in 1918 for World War I, he just kind of put it away in the shelves or the files and breaks it out on Armistice Day, 1938, where Kate Smith and live radio introduces it for the first time. And then she actually records it March 21st the next year. So we're looking back on this week in music history, and I thought we'd start with that. While storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet for home. That first part is not often sung. That really poetic, but most folks don't even realize that song's actually a prayer.
Yeah, because what's coming is evident by that. Scary times.
Oh yeah. And they thought they were scary then, and they were. They were, of course, the most
scary now.
Traumatic years in, I guess, the history of the world while during war. By the way, even I'll put a plug in for that series on Apple TV, Masters of the Air. It's
that
awesome.
That is a good show. Yeah, I've been watching it.
I think I mentioned last week they only irritated me because they called it the Army Air Force when I know it was the Army Air Corps.
Army Air Corps.
That's all it was called then. But everybody messes up a little.
We tend to do that a lot nowadays.
Yes. Well, looking back on this week in music history, there were several things. Found out that March 20th was Jerry Reed's birthday. Born 1937. Passed away September 1st, 2008. 71. That's early. That's young to us. Died of emphysema. Was a lifelong chain smoker.
Yeah.
And could never stop. But he actually released a song. I think it may have been called Smoking. I don't remember the exact title of it. But he did it really as a public service. And the tenor of the song was, I can't stop, but you folks still can.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a unique character. Man.
Yeah.
So, probably his biggest hit. Well, no, he had a number one on one we're probably not going to do today, but I think it's When You're Hot, You're Hot, maybe.
Yeah.
But But we remembered this one from Smokey and the Bandit 1977. And he had number 2 hit on it. Eastbound and down, 18 wheels are rolling. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run. Keep your foot hard on the pedal, son. Never mind them brakes. Let it all hang out, 'cause we got a run to make. The boys are thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana, and we bring it back no matter what it takes. Oh, eastbound and down, 18 wheels are rolling. We gon' do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch your bandit run. Smokey's got them ears on, and he's hot on your trail. He ain't gonna rest till you're in jail. So you gotta dodge him, and you gotta duck him. You gotta keep that diesel trucking. Just put that hammer down, give it hail, yeah. Oh, eastbound and down, 18 wheels are rolling. We gon' do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch your bandit run. Yeah, eastbound and down, 18 wheels are rolling. We gon' do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch your bandit run. Yeah, I'm eastbound, just watch your bandit run. One more time. I'm eastbound, just watch your bandit run. You know, he was a pretty doggone good actor too.
Yeah, he was a great comedian.
In that movie, he was good.
It was the Smokey and the Bandit. He talked to himself in that truck, or talked to the dog. What was the dog's name?
Oh, I know, that old Basset Hound, wasn't it?
Basset Hound. Oh.
What did he call it? Doggone it! Now you got me wondering.
And he got out in the middle of that pond out there, and he couldn't get him back in the truck.
That was a great movie.
Oh man!
But of course, that was back in the day that you and I remember, but I don't remember why it was this way. Coors beer could not be sold east of the Mississippi, as I remember. And that,
yes. What was
and
that
that's,
about?
So the whole scheme of the movie, they were going to get this truckload of Coors beer and bring it to Atlanta, east of the Mississippi where it couldn't be bought. I don't know why that. What was that prohibition for back then? I don't even remember.
I don't know. Somebody wasn't getting their payoff.
I guess. Yeah.
Just call it probably what it was.
Oh,
they
man.
weren't dipping their beak.
Yeah. Well, there are no such prohibitions this day and time.
Oh man!
So that could not. I don't know.
Remember going to the grocery store and getting beer at a grocery store?
Oh yeah, man. And then came along, we could get wine in a grocery store.
You get wine.
That's wild. But you know what? If they wanted to do a sequel to that movie now, they'd have to come up with a whole different theme. I don't know what could it be. What kind of stuff is illegal in one part of the what is there anything that's legal in one part of the U.S. today but illegal in another part? I don't know.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of CBC and marijuana.
And that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and that's but that's been going on since time immemorial.
Maybe that could be it. The Burt Reynolds character and the Jerry Reed character get hired to go to a state where marijuana is legal.
Is legal.
And get a whole bunch of it and bring it across state lines to where it's illegal. Yeah, that might work.
Yeah, but they've been doing whether it was legal or not.
I know. People don't seem to have any trouble getting it, even in the illegal.
You ever heard that one? Who did the tune called Wildwood Weed?
No.
And he watched the sheriff drive away sitting on that sack of seed.
I like it, though. This is one. I'm just doing the songs I like of his. Just 2 or 3 of them here because I just love the way this guy would, in his lyrics.
Yeah, his
phraseology and his enunciation and.
Where was he from?
He's from Georgia.
Georgia, what part?
I think near Atlanta. He was born Jerry Reed Hubbard was his birth name. Jerry Reed Hubbard. Of course, he just hacked off the last name, and that was him. But he had such a unique personality and a unique way of saying things and emphasizing. I like on this one, I just love the fact he called him Amos Moses. Called him Amos Moses. Let's see if we can remember this thing. I hope I remember the melody after we get started.
Let me get my...
Spectacles?
Yeah, this font.
Your spectacular spectacles on? Oh, now you look professorial. Professorial.
Well, that's one way to call it.
That's the radio way. Once we're off in commercial, I'll call you something else. Okay?
Okay.
Now, Amos Moses was a Cajun. Lived by himself in the swamp. Hunted alligator for a living. He'd just knock him in the head with a stump. Whoa, that Louisiana law gonna get you, Amos. It ain't legal hunting alligator down on the swamp, boy. Now, everyone blamed his old man for making him mean as a snake. When Amos Moses was a boy, his daddy would use him for alligator bait. Whoa, tie a rope around his waist and throw him in the swamp. Alligator bait in Louisiana Bayou. About 45 miles southeast of Thibodaux, Louisiana. Lived a man knocked the Miss South and his pretty wife Hannah. Raised up a boy who could eat up his weight in groceries. Yeah, named him after a man of the cloth. Called him Amos Moses. Oh yeah. Now them folks round south of Louisiana said Amos was a hell of a man. He could trap the biggest, the meanest alligator and just use one hand. Well, that's all he got left 'cause the alligator bit it. Left arm gone clear up to the elbow. Well, the sheriff got wind that Amos was in the swamp trapping alligator skins. So he snuck in the swamp, gonna get the boy, but he never come out again. Ooh, well, I wonder where the Louisiana sheriff went to. Ooh. You can sure get lost in the Louisiana Bayou. About 45 miles southeast of Thibodaux, Louisiana. Lived a man called Dr. Millsap and his pretty wife Hannah. They raised up a boy that could eat up his weight in groceries. Named him after a man of the cloth. Called him Amos Moses, yeah. About 45 minutes southeast of Thibodaux, Louisiana. Lived a man called Dr. Millsap and his pretty wife Hannah. Well, they raised up a son that could eat up his weight in groceries. Know what they did? Named him after a man of the cloth. They called him Amos Moses. One more time. About 45 miles southeast of Thibodaux, Louisiana. Lived a man called Dr. Millsap and his pretty wife Hannah. Well, they raised up a son that could eat up his weight in groceries. You know what they did? They named him after a man of the cloth. Called him Amos Moses, yeah. Oh,
They got
yeah,
the up to the elbow.
That he could think up that stuff is like we need some real picker up here today, but Elvis did it. You know what? You know what's interesting about this song, Elvis?
They're all interesting.
Anyway, Jerry Reed recorded and released this and had a pretty decent country hit, but then Elvis Presley heard it and wanted to record it, and he did. Had a pop hit on this song, and and did it fantastically, by the way. I listened to his version several times over the last few days. But he would not do it without Jerry Reed coming out there and playing the guitar on it. So Jerry Reed's the one doing the picking on Elvis's version. On his own, of course, and also on Elvis's version. That's Jerry Reed on the guitar. And he actually did I think, a better or more intricate picking job on Elvis's version than his own. That's all he was doing, I guess. So he was really into it probably. And the word out from reading some anecdotal stuff is that he and Elvis hit it off like big time. I mean, they just became fast friends. And just had a friendship the rest of their lives, at least Elvis's life. And so I said, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'd be,
funny thing he said, I think it was him that said it, Jerry Reed, first time he heard Chet Atkins playing or saw him playing and everything, he says, oh my God, it's like watching a man threading a sewing machine.
Oh, yeah.
While it's running.
Yeah. There's a couple of, they did some gigs together.
Yeah.
They did some performing together. And I've watched a couple of those, man, I tell you, if you just love watching guitar playing, watch him, and when him and Chet are together, it's like, wow. And people talk about Jerry Reed's style. I don't know enough to know. They say his style was unique. They say he brought a whole new style to flat top picking.
Yeah.
The Jerry Reed style. I don't know
Chicken picking.
Yeah.
Some people call it that.
But he'd make it sing. So we'll try to get this thing right. There's a couple places I kind of lose the tempo, but we usually find it at the end. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll let you, I'll do some hard down strumming, and you can do some bass in there where we have a little bit of a break in here. How about that?
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
But I'm gonna follow your advice as I always have, Ava. I'm gonna try it on out there. And
that's right, all you can do.
And as folks know, we rehearse and record at the same time. I mean, rehearse and perform at the same time. So this will fit that mold. Let me find a. Well, I quit my job down at the car wash. Left my mama a goodbye note. By sundown, I'd left Kingston with my guitar under my coat. Hitchhiked all the way down to Memphis. Got a room at the YMCA. And for the next 3 weeks, I went a-haunting them nightclubs looking for a place to play. Well, I thought my picking would set 'em on fire, but nobody wanted to hire a guitar man. Well, I nearly about starved to death down in Memphis. Got some out of money and luck. So I bummed me a ride down to Macon, Georgia on the overload poultry truck. Bummed my way down to Panama City. Started picking up in them all-night bars. Hoping I could make myself $1 making music on my guitar. But I got the same old story at all them night piers. There ain't no room around here for a guitar man. So I slept in the hobo jungles, bumped 1,000 miles of track, till I found myself in Mobile, Alabama, in a club they called Big Jack's. Little 4-piece band was a jamming. Took my guitar and set in, and showed 'em what a band could sound like with a swinging little guitar man. Oh yeah, let's show 'em. So if you ever take a trip down the ocean, find yourself around Mobile, check out a club called Big Jack's if you got a little time to kill. Just follow that crowd of people, you wind up on his dance floor, digging a little vest, 5-piece group, up and down the Gulf of Mexico. And guess who's leading at the 5-piece band? Wouldn't you know it's this swinging little guitar man? Do that verse again. So if you find yourself down by the ocean, find yourself around Mobile, make it out to a club called Jack's if you got a little time to kill. Just follow that crowd of people, you'll wind out on his dance floor. Dig the line, his little 5-piece group, up and down the Gulf of Mexico. Well, I guess who's a leading that five-piece band? Wouldn't you know it's a swinging little guitar man? Yeah. Wouldn't you know it's a swinging little guitar man? Back it up. Guess who's leading that a five-piece band? Wouldn't you know it's a swinging little guitar man? That's the one I got. Too many words in that thing. I can't get them in right.
It's a lot of verbiage.
That means, well, usually when that happens, you got to change your timing and start the next verse quicker than you would ordinarily. You know what I mean? You gotta just go.
Time travel.
We're gonna take a brief commercial.
Speaking of time travelers,
dude. Here comes Brian Barrett.
Did you say lewd? Lewd Brian Barrett? Oh, interlude.
Interlude.
I heard nude, so I'm glad it's none of those.
We got three options there, folks. We'll be right back, Lord willing.
Tire World's annual at-cost tire sale is finally here. For 1 week only, all passenger and light truck tire brands will be sold at cost, plus an additional 20% off the installation. Want more? Okay. Get up to another $100 back by double-dipping with manufacturer rebates. The sale is short, but the savings are huge. That's because Tire World doesn't put discount in its name, it puts the discount in your pocket.
At Tire World, we keep your family rolling.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, Ref!
That's simple human sense.
Rayburn Insurance in Smyrna.
Come see me, Rick Hall, at Rayburn Insurance in downtown Smyrna today.
There are many reasons people select Adam's Place.
We went to see 7 different places.
And he asked his kids,
okay, where do you think we should go? And the kids said, Adam's Place. Why? The people looked active and alert. The only place that had a pool, and they had water aerobics. Turned out to be something I really, really enjoy.
I'm Terry Deal. Call me about Adam's Place. Phone 615-904-9111. Memorial Boulevard, across from Walmart.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by AmeriCare Pest Control and the law offices of John Day.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
WGNS encourages you to shop local. That helps our economy. You're invited to the Adventures in Agriculture over at the Lane Agri Park on Saturday, April 13th. And it's a hands-on opportunity to learn more about local agriculture, featuring farmers sharing their insights on animals, crops, homegrown foods, and handmade products. That's the Adventures in Agriculture, Saturday, April 13th at the Lane Agri Park. Beekeeping is increasing in popularity. and the Rutherford County Beekeepers meet the first Monday night of each month over at the Lane Agri Park. Bring It On, the musical, March 22nd through April 7th at the Center for the Arts in Uptown Murfreesboro. And Arthur Miller's The Crucible is at the Art Center of Cannon County in neighboring Woodbury, March 29th through April 13th. Showings at both the Center for the Arts in Murfreesboro and the Art Center of Cannon County are Friday and Saturday evenings at 7:30, along with the 2 o'clock Sunday matinee. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Rutherford weather.
We'll see a few scattered rain showers possible late this afternoon with cloudy skies, a high in the low 70s. Southeast winds of 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on News Radio WGNS.
Currently, it's 56.
Tire World's annual at-cost tire sale is finally here. For 1 week only, all passenger and light truck tire brands will be sold at cost, plus an additional 20% off the installation. Want more? Okay. Get up to another $100 back by double-dipping with manufacturer rebates. The sale is short, but the savings are huge. That's because Tire World doesn't put discount in its name, it puts the discount in your pocket.
At Tire World, we keep your family rolling.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
All right, I think we're back.
Hey, look what Brian gave us.
Yeah, what is that? That's a card and a pen from Rutherford Weather.
Rutherford Weather, Brian Barrett.
Brian Barrett is Mr. Rutherford Weather.
Right. Got his email and his phone.
Well, time will tell as to whether anyone cares.
Right. He's going to get some spam out of it, I'm sure. Whether that wasn't funny.
I know it. So, Brian B. on March 20th. That's another day of this past week. 2020, Kenny Rogers passed away at age 81. And his little hometown, not hometown, his home in Georgia at home. Apparently had kidney cancer. They kept it kind of under wraps, but I dug and found out that appears to be what he passed away from, kidney cancer. Mm-hmm. And 81 years of age.
Kept that quiet.
Yeah, but he had retired shortly before that with no real announcement why. And
well, I thought it had to do something with the Botox.
I just learned something this past week, dummy me. Brian probably already knew that. I didn't know about how bad off Bruce Willis is with this.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
This unusual form of dementia. I forget what it's called. What is it? Frontal something or... But basically, he got to the point now he can't even talk, and it's like terrible. I was like, wow. I had no idea. But, But we'll do, let's do some Kenny here. We'll probably might skip some, but, because I want to get to celebrate another birth. But I just thought this was a cool song. It broke some 26-year record. I just don't remember what record it broke. I still got to look it up. I promised folks I would. He works hard to give her all he thinks she wants. 3-car garage, her own credit cards. He pulls in late to wake her up with the kiss goodnight. If he could only read her mind, she'd say, buy me a rose, call me from work, open the door for me, what would it hurt? Show me you love me by that look in your eye. These are the little things I need the most in my life. Now the years have grown to years of feeling all alone. She can't help but wonder what she's doing wrong. Lately, she'd try anything to turn his head. Would it make a difference if she said, buy me a rose, call me from work, open the door for me, what would it hurt? Show me you love me by that look in your eye. These are the little things I need the most in my life. And the more he lives, the less he tries to show her the love that he holds inside. And the more that she gives, the more that he sees. This is a story of you and me. So I bought you a rose on the way home from work to open the door to a heart that I hurt. Hope you noticed this look in my eye, 'cause I'm gonna make things right for the rest of your life. The rest of your life. And I'm gonna hold you tonight and do all those little things for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. Great song. Had a huge hit. Broke a big record. I'll try to figure out what it was. I always love this old Kenny Rogers tune. This one is pure country, and
yep.
He could float pretty effortlessly between music. I mean, country, pop, rock,
folk.
Country rock, folk, you name it. Old rock and roll. Remember the first edition, of course, and then,
yeah, really.
Oh, even I apologize to you, brother. We need to play this up in the key of B flat. I did you wrong there. I did. So, are you doing your regular gig tomorrow at City Cafe?
Yeah, at 9 to 11. Me and Elaine Winters and Everett Brown trio.
Hey, Everett's a good one. That Lane's a great one.
Yeah.
Man, nobody plays.
And doing Hop Springs.
She's the best violinist / fiddler I've ever been around.
Yeah, she's a good one.
Now, how did it go last week? You had a fill-in guitar player, right, and singer?
Yeah, I had a banjo player. Tracy Latham, excellent musician.
How'd that go?
Went really well. Well. Tracy's a great player, funny guy too. Got a great real dry sense of humor, and he's funny. Great caricaturist. He does that. That's what he does for a living. Yeah, he does that.
He draws characters, so he's an artist, really.
Yeah. He goes to different things like farmers markets, different things.
So people come up and draws a caricature of them.
He does it fast, and man, he nails it. I mean, he captures them really well.
That is awesome.
So anytime you see Tracy out there, get him to. You can see a sample of his work over there at the old Dairy Queen over on Northfield Boulevard.
Is that right?
But he did a caricature of all the kids that worked there one afternoon. They've changed out.
Wow.
I imagine there's some maybe still there, but they're really well done. You can see his style and everything.
Cool. Did y'all do some bluegrass? You didn't do any bluegrass last week?
Yeah, we did some bluegrass. Tracy and I used to play did an album together with a guy named what was his name?
Yeah. What's his name?
Oh, I'm having my own kind of moments, but it'll come to me sooner or later.
Well, cool. And then have y'all got Hop Springs this Sunday?
Yeah, with the jam band, a lot of
That starts.
Special guests have been showing up. DeLynn Christian's going to host it.
Oh, cool.
Does a wonderful job. We do such an eclectic blend of music, but
That
we
is
tend to
cool.
go toward the
Well, if
blues and the R&B
I
stuff.
may have to sneak down there if DeLyn's going to be there.
Yeah.
I love DeLynn.
Oh, yeah. He's a hoot.
Him and his harmonica belt. I love that.
Yeah. He gets excited,
His belt
too.
of harmonicas.
I call him the Wolf Man.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's quite talented.
Be a flat.
Be a flat?
Everyone considered him the coward of the county. He never stood one single time to prove the county wrong. His mama called him Tommy, but folks just called him Yellow. But something always told me they were reading Tommy wrong. He was only 10 years old when his daddy died in prison. I looked after Tommy 'cause he was my brother's son. I still recall the final words my brother said to Tommy. Son, my life is over, but yours has just begun. Promise me, son, not to do the things I've done. Walk away from trouble if you can. Now it don't mean you're weak if you turn the other cheek. I hope you're old enough to understand. Oh, you don't have to fight to be a man. There's someone for everyone, and Tommy's love was Becky. In her arms he didn't have to prove he was a man. One day while he was working, the Gatlin boys came calling. They took turns at Becky, and there were 3 of them. Tommy opened up the door, saw his Becky crying. The torn dress, the shattered look was more than he could stand. He reached above the fireplace and took down his daddy's picture. As his tears fell on his daddy's face, he heard these words again. Promise me, son, not to do the things I've done. Walk away from trouble if you can. Now it don't mean you're weak if you turn the other cheek. I hope you're old enough to understand. You don't have to fight to be a man. The Gatlin boys just laughed at him when he walked into the barroom. One of them got up and hit him halfway across the floor. Tommy turned around, they said, "Hey, look, oh, Yellow's leaving." But you could have heard a pin drop when Tommy stopped and locked the door. 20 years of crawling was bottled up inside him. He wasn't holding nothing back, he let 'em have it all. When Tommy left the barroom, not a Gatlin boy was standing. He said, "This one's for Becky," as he watched the last one fall, and I heard him say, "I promised you, Dad, not to do the things you've done, and I'll walk away from trouble if I can. But please don't think I'm weak, I couldn't turn the other cheek. Papa, I sure hope you understand. Sometimes you gotta fight when you're a man." Everyone considered him the coward of the county. Great song.
Yeah, I wondered how Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers, what they thought of that team.
There was a little bit of consternation there. There was,
Really?
oh yeah, there was some drama. There was some drama. I remember. I don't remember the details, but I remember there was some drama about it because there's 3 Gatlin brothers.
That's right. Well,
I mean, 3. Larry Gatlin has 2 brothers. There's 3 of them, and there's 3 Gatlin.
You know, when that song was written, those guys were up there big time, and somebody had to say, "Hey, I don't know if we ought to do that."
Well, I personally thought they could have picked a lot of other names that would have fit. That would have fit, with the syllables and all that.
Hitler, or
well, they could have just said the Carter. Well, that might be offensive too.
Stalin. All kinds of people.
How about the Grundy brothers?
The Grundy brothers. Well, hey. Well, you don't want to go there. But, yeah. So there was a little bit.
Smithson. The Smithson. No, that's too hard. We're going to take another break here at Brian Barrett's insistence.
Hey, Barrett.
The Barrett. There you go. The Barrett brothers. That's perfect.
If you can dream it, Farrah Construction can turn it into reality. Shop local, Farrah Construction Company. I'm Ron Hall. Investing in property can be nerve-wracking. It does not have to be. Farrah Construction offers high-quality craftsmanship, quick response, and attention to detail. Our goal is to keep your expenses low while focusing on our attention on high-quality services. I'm Ron Hall. Shop local. Let our family business help you. Farrah Construction Company.
WGNS is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Seriously looking at solar power generation? MTE offers a free consultation with an energy expert and has an entire library of educational resources. To learn more, visit mte.com/prosolar.
Life is challenging and ever-changing. Take control with passive income through real estate investing. Learn how. Learn now. Let Del Walmsley and Lifestyles Unlimited's investors and mentors show you. Meet Del's team live in Chattanooga 2 days only at the Marriott downtown, Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th. Register now at GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. That's GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. Enter promo code 2024 for a special discount offer. GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. Code 2024.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstireprostn.com.
It's a Slick Pig barbecue, spicy wings and Brunswick stew, everything made fresh for you at the Slick Pig barbecue. There's lean smoked turkey and chicken too, ribs so tender don't need to chew. Well, come on folks, I'm telling you, it's a Slick Pig barbecue. In 1920 East Main, you're gonna love the pig.
The Slick Pig Barbecue, a Murfreesboro tradition.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
And we are back. Johnny B with Avent Lane and our gracious host Brian Barrett and all the WGNS family. Glad to be here. I don't think there's any question, Avent, that this launched Kenny Rogers' career, because did you ever remember the evolution of the first edition? It began as the first edition. Then it became Kenny Rogers in the first edition. And then Kenny Rogers said, bye-bye. It's now just Kenny Rogers.
That's right.
But this is, I think, the transition song. You've painted up your lips and rolled and curled your tinted hair. Ruby, are you contemplating going out somewhere? The shadow on the wall tells me the sun is going down. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. It wasn't me that started that old crazy Asian war, but I was proud to go and do my patriotic chore. And yes, it's true, I've heard I'm not the man I used to be. Oh, Ruby, I still need some company. It's hard to love a man whose legs are bent and paralyzed, and the wants and needs of a woman your age, Ruby, I realize. But it won't be long, I've heard them say, until I'm not around. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. Mostly bass here. She's leaving now, 'cause I just heard the slamming of the door. The way I know I've heard it slam 100 times before. If I could move, I'd get my gun and put her in the ground. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. Oh, Ruby, for God's sakes, turn around.
Turn around. I remember back in those days, we'd go over in the grill over at that was the biggest hit over the college campus at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty heavy weight, heavy times.
I'm going to put this back up in B flat, David. Are we back? Done already?
Well, no. I just wanted to pop in.
Well, pop in there, Brian.
We
Pop on in.
A little news, and we're going to have more on this in a few minutes. But they had been searching for that young man in Nashville, that Riley Strain, and unfortunately, his body was found in West Nashville in the Cumberland River this morning. So, we'll have more news on that. Doesn't look like foul play, is what authorities are saying. So we'll have more on that.
Was that a Rutherford County young man?
No, but it became a national story just because of what happened. So
how long had he been missing?
It's been most of this week.
Really?
Yeah.
God bless him.
Sounded they pretty sure they really felt strongly that may have been what happened. Because he was obviously under influence of something when they got him on camera walking.
Mm-hmm.
How old young man was he? Do you know?
He was in his 20s.
Wow.
No, very young man. But we'll have more on that. I just got that alert just a second ago.
Certainly. Thank you for advising us. God bless. God bless that family. I don't think it'll be too high in B flat, David.
Oh, loose wheel.
Yeah, this was his, after he made the transition, after that song, this was his first major hit. In a bar in Toledo, across from the depot, on a bar stool, she took off her ring. Thought I'd get closer, so I walked on over. I sat down and asked her name. When the drinks finally hit her, she said, I'm no quitter, but I finally quit living on dreams. I'm hungry for laughter, and hereafter after, I'm after whatever the other life brings. In the mirror I saw him, and I closely watched him, thought how he looked out of place. He came to the woman who sat there beside me. He had a strange look on his face. His big hands were calloused. He looked like a mountain. For a minute, I thought I was dead. But he started shaking. His big heart was breaking. He turned to the woman and said, You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille, with 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. Oh, I've had some bad times, lived through some sad times, but this time your hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille, After he left us, I ordered more whiskey. I thought how she made him look small. From the lights of the bar room to the rented hotel room, we walked without talking at all. She was a beauty, but when she came to me, she must have thought I'd lost my mind. I couldn't hold her, 'cause the words that he told her kept coming back time after time. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille, with 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. I've had some bad times, lived through some sad times, but this time your hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. What I'd like to do, even while we can sneak one more tune in, is skip over even though it's his biggest franchise hit of all time, we're going to skip over. We got Tonight, Lady, and even The Gambler to do, because we got to pay tribute to on at least one Charlie Pride song, because Charlie Pride was born on March 18th, another day this past week, and 1934.
Oh.
He passed away from COVID. You remember that? And on December 12th, 2020, at age 86. Still a ripe old age, but died from COVID. So, his biggest hit ever, Kiss an Angel Good Morning.
Oh, no. I don't have that one. Oh, okay. You changed on me.
I did. I was throwing you a curveball, my dear friend.
Well, you said The Gambler, and then...
Yeah, I said, I was going to skip over even the Kenny Rogers franchise hit. I just got to do one Charlie Pride tune.
Okay.
Whenever I chance to meet some old friends on the street, they wonder, how does a man get to feel this way? I've always got a smiling face, anytime and any place. And every time they ask me why, I just smile and say, you've got to kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Oh, kiss an angel good morning and love her like the devil when you get back home. Well, people may try to guess the secret of my happiness, and some of them never learn it's a simple thing. All that the secret I'm a speaking of is a woman and a man in love, and the answer is in the song that I always sing. You've got to kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning and love her like the devil when you get back home. Oh, you've got to kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Oh, kiss an angel good morning and love her like the devil when you get back home. And love her like the devil when you get back home. Ain't that awesome? Ain't that awesome? Love her like the devil, get back home. Looks like we might have time to sneak in another.
Another?
How about Charlie Pride's first number one? All I have to offer you is me. Have you gotten that handy?
Well, let's see. Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're out of time.
And there comes Brian.
There comes BB.
The Barrett
Folks,
boys.
it's been great being with you. And always great to be with you, old friend. And
good to be with you, John.
good to harken back to old times when it was just you and me, brother, up here just doing our thing. Brian, thank you for having us. Thank you for my latest WGNS cap, folks. This is slick. These are all personally designed by Brian Barrett.
Yes.
You know
Brian's
that, right?
such a slave to fashion.
He is.
Yes. Boy, can't you tell?
But Lord willing, we'll see you next week. Brian, thank you again. God bless you. Have a great weekend. You too, Avon Lane, and all you wonderful
Y'all be
folks out
safe.
there. Everybody.